Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video, I thought we would do a quick and easy all drugstore summer look using a minimum of makeup products to get a full face of makeup. So I went out and picked up 6 products that I was interested in trying from the drugstore, and these 6 are what I have on my face today. So this is what we're gonna test out today and see how they are. I've never used any of these before. I picked up things from L'Oreal and Maybelline pretty exclusively, but this is not sponsored by either company. They were just the things that had been released recently that I was more interested in, especially for a nice, quick and easy, lightweight summer look. So most of these products will do double duty. So for example, the foundation that I have today is a foundation and concealer in one. The blush is a blush and highlighter in one. The lip product is a lightweight, color changing stain and lip oil all in one. And the brow product is a brow glue and brow tint all in one. And this is just a plain old eyeshadow stick, and this is just a plain old mascara. But these 4 can kind of do double duty on your face, help to make your summertime makeup go by a little quicker, a little easier. Maybe if you're packing for a trip and you're looking for some nice, small, compact makeup items to bring with you, these could be good if they pan out for us today. Of course, as I said, I haven't used them yet, so we will find out. As always, I will put them on for you, give you my first impressions. Then I'll show you how they look up close as well as in natural window light and bright sunshine. Then I'll wear them throughout the day. You'll get a 4-hour wear test and an 8-hour wear test on them. So if you like seeing how makeup performs on more mature, less than perfect skin, then you are in the right place. So go ahead and give the video a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel while you're down there. So let's get started playing with this new makeup, and we will see how they perform throughout the day. All right, I'm excited to start in with the makeup. I have my skin prepped already with my skincare, so all in serum first, then activate lotion on top. Then I put on my Healthy Skin Labs sunscreen. This is a tinted mineral SPF 50, so that is all on. For a quick and easy foundation, what we're gonna try today is this new one from L'Oreal. This is their Skin Ink foundation and concealer all in one. So I thought this was really interesting. It could be a really great summertime product because it's supposed to be super lightweight, and then you can just use a little bit of it or a lot of it. You can use it as foundation, you can use it as concealer, and I picked it up in the shade 130 Cool Rosé. Okay, so I thought this was a really interesting product. It has a big oversized doe foot applicator. I'm just gonna put a little bit here and here. And I'm gonna assume that it is gonna dry back quickly, so I'm gonna try to work with it kind of quickly. I'm gonna use my BK 115 to blend this in. That's a good color match. Definitely helped with the redness on my nose there, and a little bit here on the fronts of my cheeks, and I might as well blend it up here under the eyes since I am gonna be using it as concealer. You know what, I feel like I should shake it up. It's got a little ball in there to help with the shaking, so I think, yeah, the shaking is probably important. Kind of wish I had shaken it up to start. Let me go ahead and add it there as concealer. I'm going to use my BK A506 brush to blend in the concealer part. Gave a good amount of coverage. It definitely feels very lightweight. It doesn't feel super hydrating because it does dry so quickly. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look as creamy and like nicely blended as my normal concealer. Just gonna add a little bit on my chin and a little bit up here where I'm a little red and blotchy. Or I think I kind of like the consistency of it, but I do think you have to work quickly with it. I wouldn't go, putting it everywhere and then trying to blend it, because I think it does dry pretty quickly. I think I will add a little bit more because now these parts are looking like they need some over there. And then a little bit down here. Got a very, very dry feel to it. So if you have dry skin, I don't know if you're gonna love this because it does feel just kind of dry on the skin. Very dry, it's very matte. So if you like something that's much more luminous and dewy looking, that makes your skin look much more hydrated, then I don't think this is gonna be it. But if you're annoyed by things that stay dewy and sticky, then you might really like this. So that is that product. All right, next up is a new blush from L'Oreal. It's their Lumi Liquid Blush. You know, I love the Lumi Glotion, so I thought a Lumi blush would be good because then it combines 2 in 1 for this quicker summer makeup look. You don't have to then do like highlighter over the top. So I'm going to use my A507 to blend that out. Just put 3 dots on my cheek. Ooh, this is pretty pigmented. Probably could have taken it easy with that. Spread some over to this side. Note to self, when trying a new blush and you don't know how pigmented it is, put it on the back of your hand first. I mean, it's really a pretty color. I'll just put some across my nose. Blends in nicely. Okay, and try to put a little less on the other side. And just put on 2 dots instead of 3. So this, I would say, is more akin to the Rare Beauty liquid blush than most of the other drugstore liquid blushes I've tried. Most of them are not very pigmented. A very pretty blush, but use it very sparingly. This is in the shade 605 Dewy Bright Pink. All right, next up for eyeshadow, this is the L'Oreal eyeshadow stick. I just bought one. Usually I buy like 2 or 3, but I thought, let me just get one to test. This is in the shade 245 Alluring Rose. Well, that's pretty. It's kind of a brownish pink. It doesn't have any sparkle to it, but it does seem to have just a little bit of light reflectiveness. So I'm just going to put that all over the lid as like a one and done eyeshadow. Oh, that's really pretty. It's kind of a grayish pink. Very nice. And I'm just going to blend that with my finger up above the crease so it can help to disguise my hood. I just hope that it dries and sets and doesn't settle into my crease during the day, because that's the one thing about these crayons, that most of them do settle. They don't set and dry right. This one also has a really nice cooling sensation when you put it on. That is a really pretty color, and I like it that it's not shimmery, so it's like a one and done, perfect for summer. All right, next up is the mascara. I got the Maybelline Colossal Bubble Mascara. Seemed like such a fun product name. I was like, I have to try that. I don't even know why we would want our lashes to be bubbly. I know we want them to be colossal. I just don't get the bubble part. Like, how does that apply to mascara? Does it make your eyes look like anime eyes? Is that the thing? Like when you get those love bubbles in your eyes? Is that what it's referring to? I don't know, but I often think what fun it must be to work in the marketing departments and you get to name these products. Well, that is really amazing. Look at the length on that. Holy cow. This is really good. With Colossal Bubble and without Colossal Bubble. Good stuff. One coat. Huh. All right. I see you, Colossal Bubble. I like it. It's interesting. I also want to get a PhD in mascara bristle wand technology. That must be fascinating. And you get to figure out what kind of wand bristle is the most effective at putting on mascara to eyelashes. I mean, it's got to be fun. It's got to be interesting. I feel like while these lashes are big, they have a lot of little chunkers on them that I think are going to flake off during the day. I hope not. I don't want to manifest this into being because I don't want it to flake off during the day because it is so pretty, and with one coat, it's really, really good looking mascara. But there are just so many tiny little things all over the lashes, which I usually don't love because they usually do flake off. Let me go ahead and put on the lippy that I got. This is from L'Oreal. This is called Plump Ambition Hyaluronic Lip Oil pH, and it's a color changing, staining, conditioning lip oil. And I got it in the shade 010 pH Crystal Ice. It is the blue one. They have a couple of colors of this. But I want to go ahead and put this on because it's supposed to be color changing and staining. So let's give it time to do its thing. Oh, that feels warm going on. That's funny because the eyeshadow felt cool. And it's weird, it's called Crystal Ice, so you'd think that it would be cool feeling going on. So we'll see if that colors my lips and stains them. And then the last product I have is from Maybelline. This is their Super Lock Tinted Brow Glue. And I think I saw that this was supposed to be waterproof. There was a clear, but I picked up the taupe because I know most people our age need a little brow help and like a little brow color. The taupe in the wand, very goopy on the wand. but I love a brow I love a brow glue because I like my brows to be held in place. That way I can comb them, and I don't know, do you guys like those werewolf looking brows where you comb it all straight up and all the hairs are like straight up like this? Did anyone watch Love Island this summer? The girls on Love Island love the fluffy brow look. So what do you think? Do you like the fluffy brow or just the regular brow? I mean, the fluffy brow definitely looks bigger. I'm gonna wear it fluffy today. I don't really wear a fluffy brow, but what the heck? I mean, it's an interesting look, and that's how we'll test if this is really gonna hold these kooky brow hairs in place. This doesn't seem to be offering a lot of color per se, not very tinted. You know, a lot of the tinted ones, the color ends up going all over the place. Oh, there, now I'm getting a little color. This one came out way better. You know what? I think I'm gonna use just a regular spoolie without a lot of goo on it to kind of put these guys in the right place. I mean, I want them up, but not quite as fluffy. I'll be seeing actual humans this afternoon, so we'll see if they say anything about the fluffy brows. But I think they're kind of fun. And the lip color is really fun too. Oh my gosh, for a little like quick, easy, how many products was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I know some people are like 6 products, that's way more than I ever wear in a day, but I mean, just to do like a super basic, but better you than you face, 6 isn't bad, all from the drugstore. And so far, I think they all look really, really nice. I didn't add any setting powder, and I didn't do any like bronzing or anything. And I think this is gonna be the look for today. Let me just check it out in my big 5X mirror, see what's happening and how it looks and if there's any settling into wrinkles. Not yet. All right, so there's the 6 products on their own. I'm gonna show it to you without setting powder, then I probably am gonna set it because I feel like my eyes look a little puffy and the setting powder will definitely help with the puffiness. And also I've been using this product and I think I talked about it in my last faves and fails, and it's a new setting powder to me from Maybelline. It's the Maybelline Fit Me. I also did buy the L'Oreal Infallible Blurfection. Should we use one on one side and one on the other and see which one's better? So I definitely wanna like blur my under eyes a bit because I feel like I just look a little tired. Let's see, I've used this BK108 in the Maybelline already, so let me go ahead and use that one for that again. So, I don't have a clean 108 laying around, so I'm going to use my A503, which is normally an eyeshadow brush, but in a pinch, it works great for setting powder. So this is more of a clear powder. The other one has more of a tint to it. And I'm just gonna press it right there below my eyes. All right, so it's 1 o'clock now. Of course, I'll wear it all day. I'll do a 4-hour and an 8-hour check-in on it. I'll show it to you out in the bright sunshine. So I'll be back to see you again in another 4 hours, but here's what it looks like in natural window light and in bright outdoor sunshine. Hey guys, just wanted to pop back in for a quick 2.5-hour check-in. Just wanted to show you the lippy after eating lunch. I just finished my lunch and I noticed that the stain is pretty worn off now. So it's not really a stain that's gonna last like all day, which is always what I hope for a lip stain, but this one definitely wears off more like a lip gloss after a meal. I liked it, it was good. My lips don't feel dry overall, but they do feel a little dry just like in the corners here. So I'm not gonna reapply that one. I did get another product that I didn't use, so might as well use that one now and see how this one goes. This one is from ColourPop. It's called So Juicy, and this is a 3-in-1 balm, gloss, and plumper. The shade I got in this is called Vacay Mode, and you pump them up with the little pump down here, and it clicks, and that's how you get the product to come up. So let me go ahead and just pop this on. Ooh, this one feels very much like the Colleen Rothschild one. Very like melty going on. But what I love about that one is it's so hydrating. So hopefully this one will be as hydrating as the Colleen Rothschild, because I love that one, but this one is $10. So could be a really great dupe for the Colleen Rothschild one. I'm gonna go unload my dishwasher and then I'll come back and we'll see if there's any plumping action going on here. Hey you guys, I'm back for the check-in on the plumping on the lips, and let's take a look. I think from here I can see that they look exactly the same, just like my regular old lips. I'm pretty sure on the packaging it said that they would be noticeably plump. I can't say that this is noticeably plump, but it does feel nice and creamy and hydrating. So I'll be back in a couple hours to check in on everything else. Hi, it's time for a 4-hour check-in on the makeup. I already looked at it in my up-close mirror, and I'd say from a distance it still looks fine. I was with the fam and I got lots of compliments on my look today. My mom especially loved the earlier lippy, this one, but she likes a brighter lip than I do. And I gotta say, now that the other one has worn off, I feel like there is still a little bit of a stain on here, but it's not enough, you know, like it was when I first put this on. Now that I'm back here in the studio lights, you know, examining it up close and personal with this, I would say that it looks just okay at 4 hours. Some of these things I probably won't reach for again just because I don't think they look good close up. You know, so it's only 4 hours in, but I do like my makeup to wear all day so I don't have to worry about it. But at only 4 hours, what I'm really happy with is the eyeshadow. It isn't creasing in my eyelid creases at all. And this eyebrow glue, if you have unruly eyebrows that go wherever they want to go and you can't control them, this brow glue from Maybelline, wow, it's really holding them in place. I mean, it's not a look that I generally wear or love, but definitely glues them in place and keeps them there. I really like how the blush is still looking. It's got that nice glowiness to it, like Lumi Glotion, so you don't have to add a highlighter over it, but it gives you that nice cheek pop that makes your cheeks look a little bit fuller. Things I'm not so happy with are the foundation concealer. I gotta say, the concealer is pretty creased under my eyes, much more creasy than any of my normal concealers that I like to wear. I feel like it has made my under eyes look really dry, magnified every wrinkle under my eyes. It's looking a little bit shiny, so it doesn't look bad for now. I feel like it's still in place decently on my nose and everything and on my chin, so I'm not that mad at it. One thing I noticed when I bought this is a 1/2 ounce, and so while it's billed as a foundation concealer, most foundations are a full ounce. I feel like for a 1/2 ounce, kind of expensive for what it is. Kind of had a feeling from first looking at the mascara that it was gonna flake, and it hasn't really flaked, but it has smudged. I've got gray mascara smudges below each of my eyes, so that doesn't make me happy with the mascara. The color pop is all worn off. I have had a glass of water and a snack, so that is not long wearing, but it doesn't feel drying at all. I really like the color of this and I like how it feels. All right, hey you guys, I'm back. It's time for an 8-hour check-in. It's 9 p.m. and the makeup is pretty much looking the same as it did at the 4-hour check-in, except that there's more like flaky junk from the mascara now than there was before. And I have my retainers in now because I ate dinner and everything. So teeth are clean, retainers back in. The mascara, very disappointing. You know, it's got these gray smears down here and very flaky, as I knew it would be just from the amount of stuff that was on my lashes before. You know, I much prefer like a tubing mascara. My current favorite is this isn't Drugstore, but if you're looking for a good tuber, the Thrive Cosmetics. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't flake, and it doesn't move until you take it off, so that's a really good one. The foundation concealer combo is not terrible. It's actually better than I thought it was gonna be as a foundation. I think it's in place really well for something that's very sheer, very lightweight. It's giving me good solid coverage still, so like my nose, you know, the red spots, they're not looking red. Wait, I'm just gonna put on a little bit of this. Let me reapply that. I mean, this is not long wearing, but I love how hydrating it is. But what was I saying about this? I don't really love it under the eyes, although I gotta say the coverage is staying. So if your under eye issue is discoloration, you could really like this, but I don't recommend this for people with dry skin because it does feel and look a little bit drier. So a better concealer than that from the drugstore is the L'Oreal Age Perfect, same brand, but this one is just creamier and more hydrating, settles in the wrinkles a little bit less for the overall face. This isn't going to be one of my favorites, although it is long wearing. I didn't love how it looked, but I did get a lot of compliments on my complexion today, so people liked how it looked. I feel like it's not as long wearing, not as good looking as my current drugstore favorite, which is the Maybelline Lumi Matte Foundation. I think this is a little bit better than this. So if I was, recommending one, I would say this one over this one. But if you do want a 2-in-1 and your skin isn't dry, then this is pretty good. Still in place, not seeing any wearing off anywhere. It just doesn't look great up close. Really like this L'Oreal Eyeshadow stick. This is awesome. Stayed in place all day. No settling in my crease without using a primer. This one's a really pretty color. Love the eyeshadow stick. Highly recommend this. I think this is probably one of the best eyeshadow sticks that I've used. And I think I'm going to go out and get a couple more of these. Really love the blush. Very, very pretty. Look at that, 8 hours in and it's still there. Of the two lippies, I definitely prefer the ColourPop lippy. It's nice and creamy and hydrating feeling. I like the toned down shade of this. This wasn't bad. I just didn't feel like it really stained my lips that much. And it wasn't as long wearing and it wasn't as hydrating as I wanted it to be. The last product tested today was a tinted brow glue. Oh my gosh, look at those brows. Talk about a product that lives up to its marketing, lives up to the hype. My brows are still totally glued in place. So my raves for today are these three products: the blush, the brow glue, and the eyeshadow. They were awesome. The rest, meh. I did try out the two powders, and I know I haven't mentioned them again throughout the day. I kind of forgot, but I gotta say, I kind of like the look of this one better. It's a little more brightening because it's more of a translucent powder, but they both are definitely giving me a little bit of luminosity down here. I feel like the Maybelline Fit Me is definitely more mattifying longer, so if you have oilier skin, this is definitely gonna keep you mattified better. I think for me, having tried both of these, the NYX Mineral Matte Powder, still my favorite. I've been a big fan of this powder for a while. I feel like this one kind of walks the fine line between these two. All right, so that's it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful and informative. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, I thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your watching. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.